Leanne, talk to me about Tusla itself.
Yeah, so Tusla would be the government agency that is here for the protection and welfare of children in Ireland. So, many different families have levels of needs that they have. And I suppose when it comes to support, some families might need just something to engage them, to help them with parenting, with budgeting, with how to run a home in general. And then other families might need a little bit more support than that and help around therapies and things for their children and themselves. And that's what we're here to do and provide them with.
You get a lot of calls, I would imagine.
Yes, so we would have a social work department dedicated to receiving phone calls, and that would be our duty intake department. And we would receive roughly maybe around 70 to 100,000 phone calls a year. And that would be for people to maybe have concerns around children or welfare of children, and our social workers then would take an assessment with that family and provide support if needed then.
And when the assessors go out, or when the social workers go out to assess the families, I suppose they just don't know what they're really going to meet or anything like that until they go out and sit down and talk to the people, and they will be spoken to in confidence.
Absolutely. So our social workers are there, number one, to provide support. It's not to go out with a stick to, threaten people or people feel uncomfortable in their own homes, but it is about getting family support that they need.
But Leanne, in fairness, the children are quite vulnerable as well, so they need to be protected as well, yeah?
Absolutely. So children, we have 1.2 million children in the country at the moment, and there has to be an agency there responsible for providing that protection for them. Lots of different families have different ideas about what protection means. So Tusla is there just to provide that support, whether it's something very simple or something more support that's needed as well.
What kind of interest have you seen here today with the younger people in particular?
Yeah, it's very interesting. I suppose this generation is very different. They're growing up with this sense of community, with empathy, and we've had a lot of young men, young ladies that are interested in social care, which would be helping young people in maybe the community or residential or special care. So it's great to see that interest amongst the young people.
So again, if anybody want to contact you, you may give me the details, and
absolutely, yeah.
You're obviously going to encourage anybody out there that think that maybe children need a bit of help, or that they need to, maybe someone check in on them.
Yeah, so if anyone was interested maybe in working with young people, children, families, in any kind of support role, we have lots to offer. And if you want to visit tusla.ie, which would be our website, all our careers are listed there. If you're a young person maybe thinking about a career in the future, we have a dedicated website for those students as well. And we have videos from different staff members and pathways on how to get into those careers. And more importantly, how much you might be willing to earn at the end of that as well, and looking at all those different things. And even for adults maybe that are looking for a change in career, Tusla provide financial support for those that are looking to go back to complete a master's in social work as well. So loads of different supports out there for people that want to build a career, change a career, or simply are just curious in what it is we do.
So once again, you have social workers, you have social care workers, you have business support, educational welfare officers. Speech and language therapists are very important as well.
Very important one, yes.
You have occupational therapists, psychologists as well?
Psychologists, play therapists. We have a whole business support team in the background that keep an agency like ours going. So if you were to take a school, for example, you've got your principal, assistant principal, cleaners, teachers, and everyone in between. We're no different. We have a whole host of people that keep an agency like ours going. And I suppose very important for people to have skills in IT, to help social workers actually go out and do what they do, so that they can build the systems behind to make the work easier for them as well.
Very important as well to outline, it's not just female that you're looking for, you're also looking for male.
Absolutely. So I suppose a good diversity amongst people from different backgrounds. I think traditionally people thought social work was for your middle class type person, people that were going to college, whereas now there's more than one opportunity for people to become social workers. There's a tertiary degree that you can look up on nto.ie, or there's now apprenticeships available as well. So it's not just the traditional route of a degree in masters, you have a whole host of kind of routes into those careers as well.
You have very strong links with Tipperary Town. Leanne,
yes.
Burke, thank you again for joining me here from the ABCBS.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Really appreciate it.